Hello, fellow diamond painting addicts, and welcome back to Diamond Painting Anonymous. I'm Daphne, and I'm here today for this week's WIP and Chat. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome back. WIP, W-I-P, stands for Work in Progress, and this is mine. You are welcome and encouraged to go grab whatever you are working on and work alongside while I chat, or alternatively, you can treat this as a podcast and just listen while I chat. Today I'm going to be working on my Ye Old Christmas Shop by Dreamer Designs, so let me zoom into where I'm going to be working and I will be right back. So let me just dive in. I am flying without a net today because I didn't write down any notes really, so we may be in for a surprise ride. So let me start off with my regular life. What's been going on in my regular life? Not a ton. We had some family in from out of town, and I finally had the chance to introduce them to biscuits and gravy with real cream gravy and not the brown gravy that seems to only exist here in Canada. I have yet to find any place that has a true cream gravy. They'll say it's cream gravy, but it's like a chicken gravy, which isn't quite the same. And I discovered how much I missed having biscuits and gravy. So I told my husband definitely need to make them more often than we do. And if you notice I'm switching pens, it's because I'm trying to use the Forever Young one and see how it compares. And I gotta say, it holds up pretty well. This one is, I think, supposed to be a 10 placer, maybe, or maybe a 9 placer. I can't remember what it said, but anyway, I don't have any glue dots loaded in the end of it, so if I want a single place, I have to go back to my other pen. Also, I forgot and I ate right before this, so my stomach's going to be making all kinds of noise I have to edit out. Fun for me. Anyway, so we had breakfast with them. What else has been going on? We finally got our gazebo and put that up, which I say gazebo, it's not like a wooden gazebo. It's just like a little four-sided tent. Everyone around here calls them gazebos that we put up on the deck so that we would have some sunshade. We got our lawn chairs put underneath it. Hubby had ordered a swing that we've been waiting on to arrive, but when it arrived, we discovered it wasn't the whole swing. It was just the cover, the cushions for it. So now he's had to go back to the drawing board and he hasn't found one that he likes yet. So I am currently still swingless. I found some nice chairs that I liked that were like glider rockers at one of the home improvement stores. I may go back and get something like that just to have something that I can sit and rock in because our lawn chairs don't rock or glide or swing, any of those things. What else has been going on? I finally got the stuff from my daughter that she sent me, the stuff that I had ordered on Amazon.com. So you guys saw a little bit of it. Part of it was the Forever Young mini haul that I did earlier this week. That was all the fun little Forever Young stuff, just the tip that I'm testing out. I haven't used the sticker book yet, but I'm going to get it out because I'm going to be working in my planner later. I've been looking for new planners for next year for 2027. I suddenly realized it's only July. Why am I looking already? I don't know why I thought I needed to have one in July. When it gets closer to the end of the year, then they'll put all the new ones out. Anyway, I got the thing for my daughter, so I've been testing it out. But there's other stuff that I haven't shown you guys yet. I had to laugh when I saw a couple of them, so I can't wait to share that with you guys when I get around to that video. I got my hair cut. Very exciting. Actually, it was exciting for me. I had it scheduled for next week, and she called me last week and said, "Oh, I'm having surgery. I need to reschedule you." So we got it rescheduled, and she's like, "Okay." Then she called me back like 2 hours later. "Wait, that's a Monday. I don't work Mondays." Okay. So then it was going to be, instead of next week, the week after, which would have been fine, but my roots were starting to show and bother me, and my bangs were starting to drive me bananas. So she ended up calling me. She told me she'd call me if she had any cancellations, and she ended up calling me earlier this week and said she'd had a cancellation. Could I come in on Friday? And I was like, yes, I can, because My bangs are driving me bananas, and I'm about to start whacking at them myself if I don't get them cut soon. She was originally supposed to be gone because she was going to have surgery, but then it got canceled, I guess. I never understand how things work around here. She said that she was scheduled for surgery on Friday, and my appointment was going to be the next Tuesday, so she wanted to reschedule me because she wouldn't be back at work by then. But then when I went in and had my hair done, she's like, "Oh, yeah, I haven't heard from my doctor since last week, so I guess the surgery's off." Like, they don't call you to tell you the surgery's off? That seems a little crazy. It's probably something people are interested in and should know because people have to make plans with their jobs and things. Lots of dark blues in this section. And it feels like as soon as I do some, I'm like, oh, I gotta go back to my single placer. And then I forget. Anyway, I think the only other thing going on. Oh, we did get Sable's nails cut. That wasn't what I was going to mention. I just happened to think of that. The other thing that's been going on is they're having that rowing festival again. Those of you who've been around for a while may remember me talking about it from last year, where they row from Quebec over to New Brunswick. So they were having that today, as well as a car show. They had a bunch of old cars or show type cars parked over in one of the parking lots when hubby and I drove by. I don't plan on attending any of it. It's too many people for me. Plus, almost everything is in French, so I don't understand most of it anyway. The announcer announces things in French, so. But there's a big tent set up with all different kinds of food, and apparently there's like vendors set up selling things and everything too, so maybe someday we'll go check it out, but not this year. Other than that, I really have just spent the rest of the week cleaning house and diamond painting. I'm always constantly amazed at how much dog hair ends up not on the dogs, on our floor, on our couch, on our blankets. I washed all the blankets that we have had out on the couch. And I've been meaning to do it for a while, but I hadn't done it because, oh, just because. So I decided I was going to do it. And then we were going to put some of the blankets back underneath in the chaise storage part of it because they're blankets we've had out since it was cold and we really aren't using them much since it's summer. But I said, well, I want to wash everything before we put it away. And we have this one Afghan that my mom made that the dogs like to lay on. And I had been laughing at my husband as we were washing everything else. Even blankets that the dogs don't lay on very much come out covered in dog hair. All the lint in the lint trap was dog hair. And I said to my husband, I have enough for 2 or 3 dogs that are going in the trash, the hair. And he laughed. And then I washed the Afghan that they like to lay on. It was like getting a brand new blanket. I could suddenly see the blue colors of it. It was covered by dog hair. It was kind of crazy. So I got that all washed and put back in the chaise part of it. So hopefully it'll stay mostly dog hair free until we pull it out for next winter. Seems weird to be thinking about next winter already. Oh, that's something we did this week. I forgot about that. We got 2 cords of wood ordered and put in. My youngest did most of the work. He threw it all in through the basement window and got it downstairs. Hubby and I we stacked about half of it, I would say. And then my son ended up stacking all of the rest. We got quite a few pieces of big wood, so hubby's definitely going to have to chop down some of the pieces to get them to fit in our wood stove. But they're nice big pieces of wood, so they should burn a long time and be nice and warm. So it's all good. It's not completely full down there. I think we need to add some more. We were talking about buying another half a cord, and I haven't been down to look at the completed stack yet, but it wasn't all the way to the ceiling like it was last year, and we didn't have enough wood last year. Of course, if it's a milder winter, because it seems like they keep telling me, oh, this winter was really mild, this winter was really mild. And hubby says, well, I think this winter's going to be really bad. Well, in that case, we definitely need more wood. Spent some time doing that. Not as much time as I wanted because my knees wouldn't let me, but I did actually participate in it. They were feeling good enough that I did some of it. So hopefully things are slowly getting better. I'm debating trying to start up yoga again and see if that will help with some of my stiffness. I know it'll be slow going at first, but at this point, I'm willing to do just about anything to try and get everything loosened up. And I did call and set up an appointment to see someone about my thyroid nodes. I'm having some other health issues, and in talking to a nurse, she suggested that they could all be thyroid related. So I'm going to go in and get some blood work done and see what they can find out. So that sounds like fun. Yay. Always love having my blood drawn. I don't like needles. As long as they don't make me watch them do it, it's fine. And I tell everyone that I'm afraid of needles. Like, it's not really that I'm afraid of needles, I just don't like watching it. And everyone I've got has been really good about it after I've said something. And usually they're so good at it that I don't even notice when they're doing it. Or it's just a teeny tiny little pinch. All right, I'm getting close to being done with all of this dark blue. And then I can move on to dark purples. Yay! Wait, I think there's another blue before I move into purples. This symbol is a blue, and so is this one. But this one is purple. The triangle might be blue. So maybe I'm not done with blue yet. Maybe I'm just done with dark blue. All right, is there anything else I need to tell you about my regular life? I don't think so. Okay, so moving on to my diamond painting life. What's been going on in my diamond painting life? Well, again, not a ton. I basically have been working on this kit and on the Make Market Coliseum one. I spent more time on this kit just because my brain is like, finish this one, finish this one. I'm also closer to being done with this one than the Coliseum, although Coliseum one goes faster because it's round. I'm enjoying both of them, but I did the other day switch them out and stop working on this one so I could take a break and work on the Coliseum for a little bit just to give my brain a break. Because I uncovered a section and my brain was like, ugh, I just don't feel like dealing with this today. So I switched them out and spent some time working on the Coliseum one, and then I felt like I could come back to this one a little bit refreshed. So I get why people have multiple WIPs, but I still was in the back of my head thinking, oh, I need to be working on that other one. I'm so close to being done. Da da da. I'm spending time on this one when I could be spending time on that one. But it's all good. It's all diamond painting time, so it's all good. So I'm hoping, since today is the 12th, that I will be able to finish this one this month. I don't know about the Coliseum one, if I'll be able to get it finished, but it has a lot more multi-placing than this one does, so I'm hopeful that once I finish with this one, and I'm just concentrating on the other one, that I'll be able to get it done before the end of the month as well, because that would be good if I could manage to get both of them finished. I would love that for me. Also, I am thinking ahead, so I'm going to be putting out probably in the next couple of weeks at some point a poll about what we want to do for diamond paint alongs for next year. So in August we have our water one coming up, and then in October we have our witchy themed diamond paint along. In November we will have our DP for veterans, where veterans, military, first responders, stuff like that will be the theme. Patriotic, Remembrance Day, Veterans Day will be the theme. And I think universally everyone decided that we didn't want to have a theme for December because we're all so busy with holiday stuff around that time. And then we skipped December, and then we started in January. My question was, do we want to do that same thing again? I'm fine skipping December. Do we want to do something in January and skip February and do all of the same months again? Do we want to try and do one for every single month this year? I mean, honestly, it's not a big deal for me to pick a theme. Well, I mean, you guys really pick the theme, but just to pick a kit that goes with it or whatever. And if we had the whole year set in advance, is that a benefit to everyone, or do we want to keep doing it every other month like we have been? So leave me a comment below and let me know if you want to try and do one every single month next year, And of course, you can participate or not. This is not a you have to do something kind of theme. I'm fine either way. If we want to do it every month or do every other month, makes no difference to me. The diamond paint alongs are pretty simple. All I have to do is make up a cute little graphic for it. And basically, that's the extent of the work I do, other than posting it on social media to remind people. So it's not a big job for me if people would be interested in doing it every month, or if we want to keep it every other month. Because I know sometimes people get into big kits and it takes you more than a month to get it finished. So I'm willing to go with the majority, whatever that is. I just feel like if we get on the same months, sometimes it feels like if we do October again, are we going to do another witchy, Halloweeny October theme so that people can double dip with drills and chills, which is fine, or do we want to do something completely different in October? I mean, you guys are going to be voting on the theme, so I guess I'll let you guys decide that. Because I think last time when we voted, I tried to throw in that were some options for October that were not like Halloween or witches or whatever, and we ended up still with the witchy theme. So maybe that's what everybody wants. Anyway, so just leave me a comment down below and let me know every other month or every month, and then I know how many cute little graphics I need to make. And then once I know that, I can put up a poll, and I'll do the same thing I did before. I'll just put up the polls out on the YouTube channel and let everybody vote, and we can see what gets voted on. I won't, of course, do any repeats for themes that we've already done, other than I am planning on doing DP for Pets in June and DP for Veterans in November again in 2027. Gosh, how is it 2027 already, you guys? That's crazy. That's only 3 years from 2030. How can 2030 be that close already? I can remember being a kid and thinking, man, I'm going to be so old when 2030 rolls around. Now that 2030 is almost here, I'm like, oh, I'm not that old. Funny how your perspective changes, isn't it? Let's see. I feel like there was something else I was going to tell you about diamond painting, but like I said, I'm flying without a net. I think that's the one I was looking for. I swear every motorcycle in town is driven by today. And there went two more. I mean, I get it. It's nice weather, so they're out driving around while they can. And they seem to travel in packs. There's never just one. It's warm today, so my putty is a little sticky. Should have thrown these in the refrigerator. Oh well, they're still working good enough. So I gotta say, the Forever Young ones work just as well as my Diamond Art Club ones. I don't know if they're exactly the same size. I mean, obviously one is made to handle more drills than the other, but somebody was asking if the Forever Young ones were just as thin, had thin walls like the Diamond Art Club ones, and they do. I mean, I don't know if you can tell how in focus they'll be, but not really. I'll show you guys at the end when they can be a little bit more in focus, what they look like. And I'd be using it more, except that I just didn't take the time to load a glue dot in the single placer, so just being lazy. And I'm down now to some of the colors where I just have one here and one there. There was a lot of ABs in this kit too. I think I counted up 10 already included. I've added 8, either ABs or fairy dust. More ABs than fairy dust. Only have 15 sections left, you guys. So I'm definitely over halfway done now. I'm getting to the point where I'm going to have to start turning it to work on it. I may turn it upside down and work on it that way for a little while. It was kind of fun working on it upside down because it was hard to tell what was what until I was done with the section. Like I didn't realize, I knew there was a snow globe and a bear over in this section over here, off screen here, but I didn't realize there was another nutcracker guy behind the bear until I started diamond painting it. I was like, what is this? This looks like a face. Oh, it is a face. It's another nutcracker hidden back on the shelf. That's kind of the fun of doing these big, large projects, is discovering all that kind of stuff. I'm hoping that this one is going to be good enough when I'm done that I want to frame it and hang it up and have it be one of my Christmas decorations, because we did not bring a ton of Christmas decorations with us. I bought lots of stuff to put on the tree, and a few things to put out and about, but not a ton. I used to have a lot more stuff to put out around the house, and now I have things like an actual stair banister to put the garland on, wrap a garland around it with the lights. And we do have a wood stove, but not necessarily a fireplace with a mantle for stockings. But I like having the wood stove for the ambiance. But after having one for a couple years now and taking care of it and ordering the wood and all of that, I told my husband, I'd be fine with just a electric fireplace, I think, for the ambiance. That's more often what we want it for than the heat, is the ambiance. Getting close to being done with this section, so yay me. But I think I've run out of things to talk about. So let me zoom out and I'll talk a little bit about the Forever Young tip. So hopefully you can see them a little bit better, but side by side, they focuses on that. They look pretty similar, I think, in the way that they look. They're obviously different on this part of it. This is more just smooth and curved rather than the steps they have here, but they work almost exactly the same, and I'm pretty happy with both of them. So, and I got this size and a 4-placer. I think this is supposed to be 10 maybe, because I think this one, oh, maybe this is an 8, because I think this one is a 6. Yeah, that looks right. So an 8-placer, a 4-placer, and then a single placer, which I wasn't interested in the single placer, but I will just throw that in with all of my to be donated things and it'll be fine. Again, I apologize that this whip and chat was rather rambly. I hope everybody could follow where I was going. I know I jumped around quite a bit. I don't think this is going to be my longest whip and chat, but that's okay. I'm almost done with this section and then I can move on. And hopefully I'll be done at some point in the near future, and then I can show you guys all of the cool little stuff that I've diamond painted in the meantime. That's it for me today, guys. Thanks so much for sticking around through the end of this rambling without a net video. Before you leave, don't forget to do all the things. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification icon so that you can be informed of future uploads. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching. What do you got, Oscar? What do you got? Is that your bestest ball? Is that your favoriteest toy? Just because it has a giant hole in it? Are you waiting for your popcorn, Sable? Good girl, Sable. You caught one.